Hello, welcome to my page. And yeah, my name is Kile Badile. So, just as I promised in some of my previous posts, that I'm going to be dropping some informations about two skills that you need to have to augment your income. And if you are not earning anything yet, you can also start earning using those skills. So without coding, yeah, because I know people are scared when they hear that word coding and coding. Yeah, so to be honest, coding is not simple. So if you've heard anybody's telling you that it's very easy to code, coding is a very simple task. It's a lie. There's nothing simple about it. Even learning it is hard. Now working as a software engineer is not easy if it's not something that you are passionate about. And you can see as I'm trying to talk to you now, I'm looking tired and stressed. So because I've been working on some stuff, throughout. So in order not to take too much of your time, now there are tools that you can learn how to use. Okay, there are tools that you can learn how to use that doesn't require you to code. And even if maybe just little code snippets that you can probably see online or in a community and just implement. So I'm talking like, okay, maybe you want to maybe you want to embed a code on a website, for example. Now, you don't need to write the code; you just need to copy it somewhere and just paste and save. That's all. So there are a lot of tools out there that we need to learn, or let me see, there are a lot of tasks out there that require some certain tools already developed, but there are not enough people that can use these tools. For example, I don't know how to use Microsoft Excel. I know there's Microsoft Excel, but I can't say I know how to use it. But there are people that are professionals. They know when you see what they do with Excel, the data manipulation and all those things, you'll be marveled. So, and it doesn't require you to know how to code. And there are people that will pay you excellently well to use Excel to solve their problems, their data problems, their data spread, and all those things. All those things we do in statistics. And there's also a software called R, and yeah, R, which is good, which statisticians can use right now. So you also need to learn if you've been into statistics. Statistics is a branch of mathematics. If you've been into statistics and all that, and you've been using Excel very well, you still need to learn R. R is like it's something like Python, but used mainly for data and all those things. So you can learn all these things just to augment what you already know before. So it is just like software development, or let me just say, the software technology industry is something like the medical field. Before, what we know about medicine is either you're a nurse or a doctor. Sorry, but it's more than that. When I started discovering that there are people that provide medical facilities, stuff like that, I even learned that the people that provide ambulance to the hospitals, they don't need, they call them a certain name. So medicine is wide, so is tech. And in software development now, we have the programmers, the coders that everybody know tech to be. But most of you don't know that tech also to have people we call the testers, the QA guys, the quality assurance guys, so the tester that test what the developers have written. And we also have the product managers, those ones, they do ensure everything is done in order. They do research on their own about, in fact, the product guys First of all, they listen to the idea that you want to bring. They start to look for solutions. Probably some solutions were done before. They start to look for ways of how that thing can be implemented, and not just ordinarily implemented and implemented successfully. So these are the works of the product guys. Then no, the software now is becoming huge and becoming huge and becoming huge. So if you feel that coding is not your thing, there are other areas that you can buy into, which is going to be of great help to you. And if you feel that you don't want to leave your current job, that you just want to do this thing on the side, no, there are tools you can learn how to use. The main thing is, are you able to solve my problem? How can you solve my problem? You just need how you want to solve my problem is none of my concern. The main thing is, can you do it? If you can, show me, and you get paid. So first of all, on the list of the tools that I'm going to talk about today, the funniest thing is that there are things that probably you've been hearing people say, but you've just not put your heart to it that you want to learn it, because you have this idea that I don't have the time to be a web designer, a UX person, a UI person. So what I want to do is that I'll be picking some certain fields, some certain established fields, and letting you know how you can translate. Is it translate? How you can evolve in that particular area into tech. For example, now we know of graphics design, graphics designers getting jobs here and there. Now it may be that we are not getting much jobs like before, because we have a lot of graphic designers now, and the market probably is saturated. I don't know. I'm not a graphic designer, so I can't say for sure whether the market is saturated or not. So I'm just talking generally. So now, if you feel that the market is saturated and you want to make yourself more valuable, add value, now because you have a background in designing, you can translate to a UI, a UX person. Okay, now a UI or UX person, they don't code. So I want you to know that. So don't be scared that, okay, oh, you want me to become a programmer. No, they don't code. So it's just now, because you have that background in designing, now you bring it into UX. So first of all, who is a UI UX person? Now, the UI UX guys are those that first of all do the mock-up of any software, any website that is going to be developed, I mean by designed and programmed and stuff like that. The UX guys are the first people that will do the interface. Okay, so before the web designer will start coding, the UX guy first of all designs the whole website, how it will look like, and do the flow. The flow means when I click on a button, it's supposed to take me to a certain page, how it's going to behave both on mobile and on how it's going to behave both on mobile and on the desktop. What I mean by the bigger screen. So, and how it's going to also look like maybe a tablet on all devices. So it's the work of the UX guy. So the UX guy, just as the science, user interface, user experience. The UI stands for user interface, while the UX stands for user experience. So before the other guys start building, I'm talking about the front end and the back end guys. So the UX first of all do the whole design. So you always see it, and whether it makes sense, if it doesn't make sense, maybe there's a certain area that you feel that is not covered in the design, it goes back, redesign, add one or two things, bring it back. Oh, we don't like this color. We prefer there's blue color here or green here. So it goes back, do the color. And when it brings this and you're like, no, this color is not good. Change the color again. Sure, you get what I'm saying. So that's the job of the UI UX guys. So now, as a graphics designer, you know colors, you know how to play around colors. You've done that many times. It's what you do for a living. You know how to do designs and everything is balanced. So you can evolve, translate from just ordinary the graphics guy to somebody in tech, because the UI guys and the UX guys, they are needed in tech. Of course, you will need to upgrade your knowledge. You don't know anything about UI. You think you do, maybe because you're doing some design, but you don't know what UI entails and UX and the tools. There are tools they use. I'm not sure they don't use Photoshop. They don't use CorelDRAW. So, but there are UI UX tools that they use, and you need to learn those tools. So you need to learn those tools. So now, when you know the advantages, you will be definitely different from somebody that doesn't know anything about designing, that doesn't know color balancing and all those things. There is no how you definitely be different from them. I'm not a UI UX person. So if you think I'm wrong about that, you can leave it in the comment section and let us know. But I know there is no have you if someone that has a graphics designer background, we design differently, better, or we have a head start from someone that doesn't even know anything about designing when going from translating from just graphics designer to a UI person. So that's the job of the UI guy. So it's more like a how can I like an architect, for example. Now, an architect draws and all those things. So the drawing of the house, they present it. This is how this house will look like. This is where the gate will be. This is where the door will be. This how you should mold the house and all those things. So that's the job of architect. So you can call a UI person. That's no, the architect is not going to build the house for you. They're just going to do the drawing. So that's what the UI guys do. So if you're a graphics person, you can evolve. Okay, you can evolve from just graphics design to becoming a UI UX person. So that's it for today. I'll be bringing more and more skills that you can add more to them and translate into software. So the first on the list is the UI and the UX guys that I talked about today. So how a graphics designer can evolve into tech, what they can learn. So there are tools the UI and UX guys they use. I'm not a UI person, but I'm going to leave it in part of the post here, the tools that you can use for UI or UX. Okay, so I'm going to gather more. Let's just check the contents attached to this post and you will see those tools and where you can download them or register. Most of these tools are online, so you want to have your internet when you want to use them. So I'm going to leave the links in the post so you can just easily just click on them and start learning them. So subsequently, I'll be bringing more skills that you can upgrade. That's if you don't want to drop what you already know. You can just upgrade them into other areas. Upgrading meaning like adding value to them and being able to function in another industry. All right, thank you.